Hi, this is Dave Chenault with Skylight Systems, and I'm going to show you the integration that we have with Microsoft Office and also scanners. We sell this integration as an add-on to SideKick365, and if you're interested, contact us at info@skylightsystems.com for pricing information and to learn more about how we can add this integration into your environment. Let's just quickly recap the application. SideKick365 is a case management tool that's written as a SharePoint hosted app for Office 365 or on-premise with your SharePoint environment. It manages case files, tasks, and documents. And a case file is a very rich way for you to manage a lot of information. Let's look at this example here with a loan file for Smith. And what you'll see when I open up the loan file is that there are 4 documents associated with this loan file and no tasks. But it's very easy to add a task, and through the integration I'll show you today, it's easy to add in additional documents and scans. You can also just go to the Document tab, and by selecting the Add New Item, you can browse your drive or a shared drive or the web and add information that way as well. But we're going to focus right now on the integration with Office. So let's go back to the main home page, and I'm going to go into a Word document. Now in Word I have a pre-qualification, pre-approval letter, and I want to add that into one of my loan files up in SideKick365 DCM. So here's how I do it. I just go to my Add-in tab and I select Upload. Now I've logged in as a user with access to the system, and what I can see here are different loan files associated with this particular case instance. So let's look at loan 2235. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to upload that document into that case file. Also notice that I could create a new case as well. So I just hit upload, and it's going to ask me to give it a name. And I could say I want to give it a name of pre-approval letter, and that's fine. And I can have a document type that's pulled from SharePoint. I could also then add a new document type here if I didn't find what I wanted. So let's say OK. And what you'll see in just a moment is that the file has been uploaded, and we'll go take a look at that in the Smith case file. So let's click on that. And in the Smith case file, what we'll see is that pre-approval letter is added right there. We can see it. So, and if I want to take a look at it again, I can just click on the tabs, or I could click in the first screen as well. And you'll see here in a moment that I do have that file available, and I can click to open it up. So there it is, and if I click on the pre-approval letter, it's great because I get the ability to view it with Office web apps. It'll take just a moment here and we'll open it up. So that means I can have multiple people working at the same time. I can edit it in the browser, or I can open it up in Word as well. So very powerful, very nice integration. And then let's go on back and look at how we would do an Excel document. So the same kind of idea, and I'm going to go now into Excel, and I have an amortization schedule, and the same thing happens here. I just click on Upload. And I see that this time I'm going to put it into the Johnson, and the same option here to create a new case. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. It'll be interesting to do. So I'll call it Jones loan, and I'll give it a new number. This could be anything you want. I'll call it 55, 68, 67, and when I open it in a short description, a new loan, and we'll say OK. So now what you see is I've added that Jones loan, and I'm going to upload this file into that particularly new case. It'll take just a moment. And now when I come back over to the web and I look at my cases, I should see that new one called a new loan. So let's go take a look at that. And it's this Jones loan right here. And I can see the Excel document that I loaded up. And just clicking on it will open it up in the Excel web app viewer. So that's pretty neat. I'm able to add files from Office. I can do this with PowerPoint, Word, and Excel today, and we're working on InfoPath. If that's a requirement, let us know. But now let's say I had some paper and I wanted to scan that paper into this new case file that I just created. Let's take a look at that name again so we don't lose track of that. So we'll come and take a look, and while I'm setting up my scanner, it's called the Jones Loan. And I've got a Kodak scanner here. It's got a nice on-board scanning capability that I'm going to use. So I don't have to buy any additional products for a lot of power with the Kodak scanners. I'm going to use the out-of-the-box utility that comes with the scanner. And this comes pretty much all the way from the smallest scanners up to the biggest ones they offer. And it lets you do a lot of very nice configuration for blank page separation between documents and adjusting the quality of the scan, etc. So let's go ahead and scan in 3 documents right now. And you'll hear the scanner kick off in a minute in the background. I've just hit the button and it's getting ready now to scan for me. So now the scanning is about to begin, and what we'll see is the scans kick off, and then I will see a way that I can tag it with our utility. So let's take a look. So scan's completed. It's just processing it now. So it saw 2 blank sheets. We have 3 files then. And now you'll see our little utility kick off at the end of the processing that'll let us look at the scan files and tag them. So I'll give it just a minute to process here. And I'm running this on a little laptop. If you had a more powerful PC, then of course it would run a little faster. But it's adequate and it's good performance. So now you'll see our app kick off here. It's asking me to log in to Office 365 so it knows who I am. So I'll go ahead and do that. And you only have to do this once during the day. But it's good to show you that this is really hitting Office 365 live. If I typed everything in right, it should come right up. And now what we're going to see in just a moment is we will see a screen that will let us take a look at the different files. So this is pretty neat. You can see the first file here, and I'm going to stick this with that Jones Loan. You can see all the different case files I have here. And I'll just give it a name. I'll call this one amortization. And what's nice is I'm actually saving this as a searchable PDF. So that means that I'll be able to search based on the content of the scan as well. And I'm just using the software that's built into the scanner itself. So no additional software is needed to do what I'm doing right here. This one will just be a quick a list of things. That's what I'll call this document. And then we'll finish up here with funding review. And I'm going to show you Outlook in a minute. It just popped up for us there, and I'll show you how we save emails as well. And I could give it different categories. Each of these documents, you can see the arrow here. This is our utility. I could give it different, maybe this one's requirements, and I can actually add categories here too. But let's go ahead and upload those 3 files. And that's going into the Jones Loan. So they all loaded fine. And I'll close down our little utility and we'll go back into that Jones Loan now and take a look at that. So what you'll see now is there's my different documents that I just uploaded. And you can see there's a total of 4. If you remember, I did I think it was the Excel file a moment ago. And if I want to take a look, it's just a PDF. And within a couple of minutes, the content will be indexed so it's all searchable. Let's look at that funding review. You just click on it once and there it is. You can see it, and that's just as fast as it is. It's very quick. We have a customer right now that has over 1 million scanned files, 1 million scanned pages stored up in Office 365 and several, about 100,000 different files now. So the last thing I want to show you is the integration with Outlook. So let's take a look at Outlook. And I have an email that came in from my Gmail account that I sent to my Outlook account. And it's talking here about a loan was approved, right? So I'm going to go ahead and send this email up into SideKick365 DCM. Similar idea. I just click here, and it'll come up with the ability to log into Office 365, and then I'll be able to see the different case files that I have access to. And again, this is a one-time operation during the day. So let me log in. And again, it's good to see that this is real and the real speed that you will get when you do use Office 365. But remember that we also work on-premise. So it doesn't really matter to us. It can be in the cloud or on-prem. And let's put that email into the Jones loan, but I could make a new case here if I wanted to as well. Let's go ahead and upload. And we'll finish up with a quick look at what that email looks like up in our case management system. So if we pop back here and go to our Jones loan, you'll see that document right there. This is the email that came in, and just double click on it. This is a new improvement in Office 2013. You can just open the email right here. And what's great about it, which you'll see in a moment, is it opens up right in Outlook. So you can forward it, you can use this, and you can then save copies of those forwarded emails back into the case management system. So that was just a quick overview of the integration we offer between Office 365 hosted environment or on-prem with SideKick365 DCM and Office, as well as the scanning. Hope you got a lot of good information out of that, and if you've got additional questions, don't hesitate to send an email to info@skylightsystems.com, and that's SKYLITESYSTEMS. Talk to you again real soon.